Hello everyone, how are you all? Hope you are well at home and concentrating on your studies. So, I am getting calls from some of you asking the doubts regarding the topics which we are covered. So, it's a good sign that you are concentrating on the videos. So, please ask the doubts, don't hesitate to make a call if you feel any doubt and clear the doubts. Clear? Now, this video is just the continuation of our previous one, that is chemical properties of metals. Shall we go to the video? Okay. In our previous video, we have started with two chemical properties. First one was chemical properties of metals with oxygen, and second one was chemical properties of metals with water. Now today we will complete the rest of the chemical properties. Now, the third chemical property is that reaction of metals with acids. Acids also dilute acids. Okay. So we have the third one, reaction with dilute acids. So dear students, metals react with dilute acids to form their corresponding metal salt, and hydrogen gas will liberate. Okay. Now you have a doubt that how will all these metals react with dilute acids to liberate hydrogen gas? No. Metals like copper, silver, gold, platinum, etc., they are considered as less reactive metals. They will not react with dilute acids to liberate hydrogen gas. Okay, you have to remember this because you may get questions to trouble you in your board examination. So please remember, metals like copper, silver, gold, platinum, etc., they are in the reactivity series, they are just below the hydrogen. They cannot liberate hydrogen from the dilute acids, so they will not react with dilute acids. Now let's write a general equation for it. We can write metal plus acid gives a metal salt plus hydrogen. Okay, so this is the common equation or general equation which we can write to show this reaction. Now, as we have studied in our previous classes, the reaction is not same. Some metals are very vigorant with acids, some are less vigorant, and some may not react. Okay, let's see with some of the examples. Example 1. Metals like sodium, potassium, calcium, they will react very violently with dilute acids to liberate hydrogen gas. Clear? Now let's see some examples. So for example, Na plus 2HCl gives NaCl plus H2. We can write another example, that is with potassium. K plus 2H2SO4 gives, we will write 2K, but we can write H2SO4, K2SO4 plus H2. We will get potassium sulfate and hydrogen gas. Clear? Now we can write with calcium plus HCl, we will get CaCl2 plus H2. This is the first case. These metals are very reactive with dilute hydrochloric acid and dilute H2SO4. Now let's see some other metals. Metals like zinc and aluminium, they will react with dilute acids less violently, less vigorously as compared to the sodium, potassium and calcium. Let's see the examples. Zinc plus 2HCl gives zinc chloride plus hydrogen gas. Okay. Now 2Al aluminium plus 6HCl gives AlCl3. We can write 2AlCl3 plus 3 H2. So this shows that they are less violent or less reactive, not that much rapid reactive like sodium, potassium or calcium. Here we have the examples of reaction of metals with dilute acids. You can see here sodium react with dilute HCl to form their corresponding metal salt and hydrogen gas. Potassium react with dilute H2SO4 sulfuric acid to form a metal sulfate K2SO4 and hydrogen gas, and calcium react with HCl to form CaCl2 plus H2. These three we can call it as very vigorously reacting with dilute acids. Now, while coming to the next stage, metals like zinc and aluminium, they will react with acids, but they will not, that reaction is not that much violent as compared in the first case. Clear? So, metals like zinc and aluminium, they will react with corresponding dilute acids to form their corresponding metal salt and hydrogen gas. Clear? Now let's move to the next one. Another example is there that metals like iron do not react very rapidly with dilute acids. So we can say that iron is very less reactive than these metals like zinc, sodium, potassium, aluminium, calcium, etc. But iron will react with acids to form its corresponding metal salt. Let's see the example. The example is Fe plus HCl, 2HCl gives FeCl2 plus H2. Then Fe plus H2SO4 sulfuric acid gives Fe2SO4, that is 2Fe, Fe2SO4 plus H2. So this is a reaction of iron with the dilute acids. But if you are getting a question like this, Cu plus HCl gives 2HCl gives what? Or Ag plus H2SO4 gives what? What will be your answer? Your answer must be no reaction. Why? Because these metals like copper, silver, gold, platinum, etc., they are considered as very less reactive metals. They cannot displace hydrogen from dilute acids. So the answer for this type of reaction is no reaction. Is it clear, my dear students? Okay. Now let's move to the next chemical property. The fourth chemical property is that reaction of metals with chlorides. Reaction with chlorides. So here also we can write a common equation that metal plus chlorine gives a metal chloride. Metal plus chlorine gives a metal chloride. So we can write some common examples also. They are Na plus Cl2. 2Na plus Cl2 gives 2NaCl. 2Mg plus Cl2 gives 2MgCl. 2K plus Cl2 gives 2KCl. All these are chlorides of corresponding metals. Clear, dear students? Now we have the fifth chemical property. The fifth chemical property is that reaction with hydrogen. First chemical property was reaction with oxygen. Now it is with hydrogen. As usual, if a metal reacts with hydrogen, we will get metal hydride, the corresponding metal hydride. So we can write metal plus hydrogen gives a metal hydride. What? A metal hydride. We will get a metal hydride. In this, one equation is very important, that is the reaction of calcium metal with hydrogen. The reaction of calcium metal with hydrogen will give us a compound CaH2. What is this? This is calcium hydride and it is commercially known as hydraulic. You have to remember this name. Okay? It is commercially known as hydraulic. Now we can write more examples like sodium plus hydrogen. We will get NaH2, potassium plus hydrogen, KH2. So many examples we can write related to this. So this is our fifth chemical property. Now the sixth chemical property is reaction of metals with other salt solution. Other salt solution. Reaction of metals with other salt solution. We have already learned that displacement reaction. What is displacement reaction? The reactions in which a more reactive metal displaces less reactive metal from its salt solution is called a displacement reaction. So this is also known as a metal displacement reaction. That means a more reactive metal will displace a less reactive metal from its salt solution. The better example which we can write as zinc plus copper sulfate. Here it is a metal salt solution. This is a metal. So what will happen? This zinc is more reactive than copper. So zinc will remove or displace copper from the copper sulfate solution and we will get ZnSO4 plus copper. Clear? Now we can write so many examples related to it. You know that you have learned the reactivity series in our previous videos in first chapter. Is it? In reactivity series we had seen that a more reactive metal will displace the less reactive metal. Depends on its reactivity. Reactivity series is the arrangement of metals in the decreasing order of their reactivity, where we have seen that potassium is at the top and platinum is at the bottom. In between these two there are so many metals and below hydrogen the metals are considered as very less reactive metals. Clear? Now let's see. So dear students, this is the end of this video. In this video and the previous video we had completed the chemical properties of metals. What is the name of our chapter? Metals and non-metals. So we had learned what is a metal, what are the physical properties of metals, and now we had completed the chemical properties of metals. In our coming video we will study about what is a non-metal and physical and chemical properties of non-metals. I hope this video had given a good information about the chemical properties of metals. If you feel any doubt, please feel to call me or do a message. Thank you.